Billy and GD are here, Adams, Sonia and her friend, and the Tompkins, Jack and Dottie, and Rennie and GP, and David will be showing up. We just went to watch a game. Jay and Jim are supposed to call in about 10 minutes, so just wanted to sort of document what all is going on. This is the traditional making of the ice cream. We have a cake that's precious. We'll show you inside with the photograph done on a computer. And here's Mr. Rocco, puppy dog. And Jack is over there working on spare ribs. Jack? I don't know if I can get him to turn around or not. I don't think you want to see a picture of his back. Do you want to have your face on film? Maybe not. Okay. What's he doing? Adding ice?
Faster, faster.
Jack.
You're doing a great job, Billy. You're doing a great job. Keep the good work. I've got to put one more sauce on the barbecue. Cattleman.
Cattleman stuff, huh? Well, let's go over while you put the sauce on and see what we've got. Okay.
Well, I think we got some possibilities.
Some potential, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Looks good. We've got about 3 per person here.
They all look nice and meaty. They've been cooking since about 4 o'clock, so they've been cooking about 3 hours now. I believe you're going to make a pretty good dinner for us.
Taking a picture here of the birthday boy doing what he does best. Come on, look up here and wave at all the grandkids. George, look here.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm coming in on you here.
Yeah, this is a big birthday day.
That's right. This is it. Everyone thinks he looks more like 60, and we agree.
Yep, 60.
And
60.
in a minute, we'll show you the cake that look alike.
And you got that cake yet?
I haven't got a picture of it. We want to take it when we sing to you, you know. If you want to come in there and stand by it, I'll get it to make sure we have it. Hey, who's this? This almost looks like George in person, but it's his cake. It's Grady, to be 80. There we go, and there's a better one. And see, can you tell which is which? There we go, and there's Ruth and the balloon. So this is a big day.
It's a very big day.
We wanted to be sure that this was done by a computer. It really is a neat deal. Of course, I'm sure 20 years from now they'll probably have it look like a portrait.
Color and all.
Yeah, they'll have it in color. This is black and white. But this is kind of one of those rare kind of cakes. So here we are. Now, do I have to go up for this one?
July the
That's
16th.
good.
Stand on your tiptoes.
Yes, all of them that I want credit for being here.
We just talked to Jay and Jim. They're sorry they can't be here, but they just moved to Washington, D.C. And we're getting ready to chow down on some
Delicious
happy
food.
birthday food.
Delicious food.
Jim told me that they were just fixing to sit down
This
to
is
eat.
Steve, which is Sonia's friend.
Did he want
And I
to
said,
thank
well,
some of this?
Well,
Y'all gotta say
yeah.
You tell him to come on down and join us.
Cheese.
I'm looking forward to the homemade ice cream that we've been working on.
Okay, and now we're
Okay.
getting ready to say a blessing.
And he said, well, it's not quite as late there as it is here. Well, you know, it's 9 o'clock there.
Getting there close to their bedtime.
Ah, that's right. Eat and go to bed, huh? Okay.
Okay, is everyone ready? You can go ahead,
Okay, well,
Jack.
if we say grace, remembering Dad on his magnificent accomplishment. George, you want to lead us?
Let's see, Billy,
Yes.
Why don't you tell us what you're serving here?
Well, I'm serving melon here and a salad garnished with radishes and cucumbers and cornbread and beans and ribs.
And ribs. We
And
sure
for dessert, we're
certainly
having
want to get in on
birthday
these
cake
ribs.
and ice cream.
Homemade ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
Homemade.
Homemade vanilla.
Strawberries.
Ooh.
More balloons. All right, light the candle, and we're gonna wait just a minute.
You have it. You gotta take
It doesn't work. 3 years.
80.
Yes. Maybe you can't hear it. You get that, Jack? I hope you have that on film. I think that's a real true smile if I ever saw one.
Oh, I'll tell you. You gonna do this again in another 10 years?
And another 10 years, we are going to have, I found a place that would paint your picture on there for $70.
Thank
When
you.
you're 90, we're going to have a portrait painted on there. Not that you aren't worth it now, but I didn't give them enough notice. I have to give them 3 days notice.
3 days.
3 days. This is
What are you gonna do when it reach 100?
When you reach 100, we're going to take you to the moon.
You better watch your promises here.
Oh, my promise. Is that being recorded?
Camera.
That's on tape. You're in a heat.
When you reach 100, you can name it.
I can
We will celebrate it where you want it.
Okay.
I don't know, it might be we'll have something jump out of a cake. I must say, Jay and Jim, they did want me to call up one of these little interesting
Sideshows.
sideshow that would come out of a cake, but I said, no, we'll have to let
Not
that
this
go.
time. Maybe next time.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but we better start singing because this candle never stops. Okay.
Or is it just keep it going?
Well, shoot.
Wait, let's go
No, you're not gonna stop me.
It'll keep us on key.
Because we've already used it twice.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you. Go ahead and see if it'll blow out.
I bet it won't.
I don't think it will either.
At the same time.
Yes, so.
Okay, I've got another card here I need to look at.
Okay.
1914 was a banner year. That was the big year.
You doing this in?
You came into the world. Happy birthday. George and Billy, John, Rainey, Scott. Great party. It is a great party. Always Jim and Jay, and congratulations, love, Jack and Dottie and Michael and Baron. Great, great. I don't know how you managed to find a card like that.
Maybe 4 more seconds.
Oh, Jack, this is still on record. Oh, dear. Yeah, he did. No, when I, in fact, push stop. So, okay, but I'm just saying why I'm messing with the camera.
No peeking, Grant.
Is it still running?
No, but it was when I was walking with it, so now it's going to be real terrible. So I wanted to. Okay, I'm going to just whoosh around for a second, and then push stop. I don't think that's going to work. Oh well, we'll see.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Action. She said, go ahead.
I don't think it turned out. So. Okay, go ahead and open it.
Well, you're not looking at me. Oh, yeah,
Make sure.
I know I'm recording it and I wasn't able to rewind it, so I'm afraid there is a lot of.
This certificate can be exchanged for 2 airline tickets to Washington, D.C.
What do you think about that present, huh?
Amazing.
What do you think about it, Ruth?
It's wonderful.
Do you wonder who he's gonna take?
2 tickets, huh?
Twice, probably.
and blue.
Well,
Wait a minute. I haven't started recording you yet. We have just been to church, and Rocco wants to play around a little bit. So we have George D right there, and he's going to put a balloon in the pool, and we'll see Rocco's reaction. Take it away, GD.
What's wrong, Dad?
Go get it.
Hey,
Go get it. Fetch. Fetch.
no wonder you get so frustrated. Don't tell me you're good.
A balloon is something he can't sink his teeth into. So, oh, he got it. Now he's looking for it. He really doesn't know quite what to do about all that. He knows it's around here somewhere. He doesn't understand popping balloons. So he'll continue looking for it there for a little while before he gives up and swims on out of the pool. He wants to know where his balloon is. Not finding it. On he goes. Good job, Rocco. Hey, now Dottie has another one for him. Let's see his reaction here. Now we're trying to see if Rocco will fetch a tennis ball out of the pool. He's trying to see what he can do here to keep from having to jump in the pool and get it from one side to the other. All right, he did his thing there. Got the ball. And there he is, here on the 17th of July, 1994. Now Dottie just put a balloon in there for him. Oh, that didn't last long.
We have to get a bigger ball.
We got to get a bigger balloon.
this is a picture of everybody doing what they do best. Well, it's July 17th, 1994, and we're sitting in the backyard at George and Rennie's, and thought we'd interview Mom a little bit. Mom, you were born on February the 12th, 1920, right?
Correct.
And where was that?
Royston, Texas. About 15 miles west of Hamlin.
Okay, and we all know where Hamlin is. Now, is there anything left of Royston today?
Just a plaque is about all that's there that tells quite a bit about the town. Once there was several thousand people there, and it was a pretty nice little town. It had several stores and things that you need in the rural community. Post office.
It was a farming community.
Yes, all
Okay.
farming community.
And whenever the farming declined, then the town disappeared. Is that what happened?
Gradually.
Very gradually.
That's correct.
Now, were you in Royston when you started to school then?
Yes, I went to school my first 3 years in Royston.
Uh-huh. And then what? Is that when you moved to Hitson after that?
No, we lived 1 year over at Sardis, Texas. It was not very far from Roby.
Uh-huh. I think I've seen that as we've driven by, or at least seen a sign that said Sardis, and I guess it's still a real tiny little community,
Yes.
right? Again, centered on farming. So you went 1 year over at Sardis.
Yes. And then we moved over in another community. My dad was still farming.
Uh-huh.
And called Hitson, a little country, just a community, not a town. Had 2 filling stations and a small grocery store, and a church, and country school.
And a Baptist church?
A Baptist church.
All right. What more do you need for a great community, huh? And so did the school there go?
To Hitson, I believe I was in the 5th grade, and we lived several miles from school, and we walked to school, and have 2 brothers, and sometimes it would be very cold, but we had some friends that sometimes we would ride with them, and had good teachers and enjoyed school. We had basketball, and we had softball. And
How many years did you go to Hitson?
approximately 6 years.
You mean you were such a good student, you didn't take you 7?
Well, I graduated just not very long after my 16th birthday. I was 16 in February and graduated in May.
Tell us about your family, your brothers and your sisters' names.
My sister had a sister named Tifa. My oldest brother, Benson, grew up with a nickname Hack because he was tall and slim. They gave him first, his teacher nicknamed him Hackberry Slim, and it gradually got moved down to Hack.
How tall is he?
6'3", I believe is correct, and have a younger brother, 3 years younger than I am, and he was about 5'11".
What's his name?
Jack Phillips.
Jack Phillips.
Okay, Mom, tell us a little bit about the church that you grew up and how you came to know Jesus.
This small country church there were in Hitson community. I'd gone there for quite a long time. But before we moved there, while we were at Sardis, there was an evangelist came to the Baptist church in Sardis. He was a converted Jew, and his family disowned him when he accepted Jesus. And his sermon was so touching that I could hardly keep from going and letting it be known that I wanted to accept Jesus as my Savior. But I just held back because I didn't feel like that they would believe me or think that I knew what I was doing. So I did.
Because you were about 9 then, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when I was 14, was evangelist. They held a revival meeting in our church, and he really knew the Lord, and he knew how to tell about him. And I was converted, and there was several young people in that community converted about that time, and we just had a wonderful time together. Had a very close friend, 3 days older than myself, and shortly after I was converted, and she accepted the Lord.
Why don't you tell us something about the good old days, the days whenever you first met Dad? Do you remember how you met Dad?
I remember how I met your daddy. He had 2 weeks leave from the CCC camp. He came to visit his folks, and they lived near where we live. And my brother, Hack, Benson Phillips, was dating his sister, been dating quite a while, and they wanted me to meet Audrey May's brother. Well, I was reluctant to do it at first, but I agreed, and I guess it was love at first sight because I never did care about dating my other boyfriend after we met.
Well, what age were you at that time, Mom?
I was 17,
That's it.
and we went together approximately 2 weeks, and he proposed to me, and I asked if he really meant it, and he let me know he did, so I said yes. And he stayed a few days longer than he was supposed to, but told him he was sick, but he went on back to CCC camp and stayed about 3 months, and then he came back later, and we dated approximately 6 months and tied the knot.
I see.
In the pastor's home.
Which city then?
A minister's home. They're not very far, not many miles from where we live. We only had 2 attendants there, 2 of our friends present.
And what was your wedding date?
December the 23rd, 1937.